Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So last week's video I showed you guys how I thoroughly clean shrimp, but I'm not going to just leave you guys hanging like that. So this week's video I'm going to show you guys how I ended up cooking the shrimp. So we had some kale that I had to use out, so I decided to make a shrimp and kale pasta with tricolor penne because I thought the colors of the pasta complemented the other ingredients I was using well. And we didn't have any heavy cream or buttermilk to make a white sauce, so I ended up using ricotta cheese. So let's get into the video. I decided to lightly season the shrimp this time, but you could season it as you like. 2 teaspoons of salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, a dash of ground mustard. And I don't know when you're really supposed to use it, but I added it anyway. And a little oregano. Now you mix it until the shrimp is properly coated with the seasoning. Side to side, back and forth, just a rolling motion. And I'm just gonna cover it up and put it in the fridge until I'm ready to cook it later. Water on it. You go through the pieces and you take off big stems like these. Wow, like these. But then there's also smaller ones, which I think you call stems, like these. But you take out these thin ones as well. So just keep, throw it. Done. Tablespoon of salt. Salt is for taste. So I'm gonna cut up or dice rather. So 6 cloves of garlic and half a red onion. Okay, so now that the water is boiling, I'm going to add the pasta in and stir as I pour it. I'm going to cover it halfway. Well, partly cover it. And we'll come back to stir it occasionally. And get ready to strain it. The pasta has been strained and rinsed with cold water. Put any oil in while I was boiling the water. I'm going to add some oil now to prevent the pasta from sticking. With the pasta for now, I will go with the kale. The oil is just melting right now. Okay, swirl down. And I'm going to add the garlic. And the kale is occasionally because you don't want it to burn. Just it. After the garlic gets a little bit brown, I'll put the kale in. And cover it down for a bit. I'm just doing this so that it doesn't stick. Not just sticking, but also burning and overcooking. I'm gonna cover it down, then put some more. Then I want it to remain flaky and, well, not flaky, but crunchy. Okay, it's time to add the shrimp. Not adding any more oil, just oil that you had from the beginning. Some of it's still stuck, I'm going to just cover it and let it kind of warm the shrimp up before I start mixing it. Cayenne pepper, dashes, black pepper. All the seasonings are for taste, for flavor.
We're thinking if it's too hot on it, like this. Light.
Tossing.
No.
Light tossing. Whether it takes 20 minutes or less, you'll know the shrimp is done when it's pink and no longer translucent. Begin by pouring the ricotta in a small pot or saucepan. Because I used 2 boxes of pasta, I ended up using the whole 2-pound container of ricotta. Ideally, the amount of ricotta you use should be able to make the desired amount of sauce that you want. The image inserted is of the cheese I'm using, but you can use whatever cheese you like, and any amount. The amount of time you leave the sauce on the fire depends on how thick you want the sauce to be. Originally, I left the sauce for about 6 minutes, but then went back and left it for about 2 to 3 more minutes to get it to be a little thinner. While the pot is on a low fire, I'm going to add the sauce to the shrimp and kale.
Before I add more, I'm going to add the pasta. So then
I added the ingredients into the pot in small quantities at a time so that the sauce can mix into the pasta well.
Okay, I'm going to add some sauce. What it looks like. I have the extra sauce here.
From my past experience, pasta tends to soak up sauce, so I left some on the side so we can add right before we eat. That way the pasta isn't dry. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, you already know what to do. Hit the like button, and if you haven't already, make sure to smash the subscribe button. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and until next time.